Itzel.
And today we're doing a new series called
Pact Reacts. We're introducing a new series called Pact Reacts, and essentially it has to deal with us actually putting in the work, doing these challenges that are introduced at the end of the Ultimate Toolkit videos. And we just thought it'd be fun, and if we don't do it, like, how can we expect others to do it? So we're here today to like tell you guys what happened, and we're giving ourselves a week to do these challenges. And it's just like us talking about our process. Was it hard? What wasn't hard? Did we even do them? And just kind of like catching up.
just like our reactions. So I'm gonna introduce the 3 challenges from the Love and Lyrics video. So if this doesn't make any sense to you, just go and watch Michelle's video. So challenge number 1 is find a song that talks about loving yourself, or take your favorite love song and replace the lyrics to make it your own. Challenge number 2, listen to the lyrics of your favorite song and honor yourself. Pay attention to the lyrics and what did you discover? Is your favorite song wildly inappropriate, or is it violent, etc.? And challenge number 3, write a song about a relationship that happened to you in real life. So what would that look like? Alright, so I'm gonna go first. I did challenge number 1. I picked a song that's about loving yourself. So on Spotify, I actually have a whole playlist that's dedicated to like self-love and talk about like empowerment and all that.
I wish.
So
share it. You should share it. Yeah.
Some top 3 songs I picked were "I Love Me" by Haley Steinfeld, "Don't Start Now" by Dua Lipa, and "I'm Not Pretty." I forget the name of the artist. But each of these songs pretty much talk about celebrating yourself. You don't really need that reassurance or validation from anyone about like you're already like a badass. It's like you can do anything you want to do.
Okay, so I know it's like, I know this is copyright, so we'll probably like play over it, but can we like, because I don't think I've ever heard those songs
Me
before.
neither.
So like I kind of want to play like maybe not all 3, but maybe at least 1, just so I can get a feel of the song.
Yeah. And the fact that she was like, she has a whole playlist, I was like, I was struggling with this first challenge.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't listen to like hype music. I listen to other, like, I listen to Alpha, Bad Bunny, and like, I was just like, I have no songs that talk about self-love. So doing challenge number 1 was very hard for me. And like, I was like, how do I even get into like listening to music like that? And I was like, she said she has playlists now. I kind of want to hear,
Yeah.
So for me, the only song I found was like a TikTok trend, and it's like, it's not even like all about self-love, and it's called, I clicked the like Spotify link, so I'll play like a little snippet. I don't know what you guys can hear, but
that one.
I've never heard of that.
You've
song.
never heard this
Say
song?
the name of the song.
It's called Abracadabra by I don't even know how to say it. Queven Kirby, and she is a badass woman. Like all of her music is like TikTok trends. And like the only reason I picked hers was because she's always out there, and like I'm always like, I like her music. And I was like, the reason why I really chose it was because she's like, I'm a bad bitch, and like pretty much like I don't care about anybody else. And that's what I relate to, because I don't care about what anybody else has to really say about me, because I love me. Kind of like reiterating what Sam just said. Like, it's just like her loving herself.
Okay, so I think for me, because you were saying that you listen to Bad Bunny and things like that. Okay, me too. And I feel like sometimes those songs, I don't know why, because I don't know, but I feel the bad bitch mentality in that. Like, I'll be singing the song and I'm like, yeah, like, and it's not necessarily what that song is saying. It's just kind of like I feed off of vibes, and like if I'm really like vibing with the song, like I'll be like, yeah, you know, me too. But for me, when I was doing this challenge, I was like, okay, I always feel that part, like, oh, like I'm a bad bitch, da da da. But I never feel like, damn, like I like love myself. Like the whole like, I don't want to say romantic, because it's not romantic. It's just like the pure love. And this is a really old song, but it's called "When I Look at You" by Miley Cyrus. And she's like, I'll just read some of the lyrics. But it says, when my world is falling apart, when there's no light to break up the dark, that's when I look at you. And she just like, she's talking about like looking at you. So it's like, when I look at myself, you know, that I should feel all these things that she's saying that she feels when she sees someone else. And I thought that was pretty deep, because I feel like I tend to see, like, if I feed off of other people, so like if they're happy, and like I tend to be able to love others more than I can ever love myself. And so it was super hard trying to find a song, but I was like, wow, like I wish I could love myself the way I can easily love somebody else.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is so true.
Yeah, that's really true. That's really deep.
Sorry guys, I didn't mean to get so deep, but like, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like we're always, it's so easy to say I love you instead of like I love me. And it's not in the whole like conceited like, oh, I love myself. Like, no, it's like I genuinely like I love myself.
Yeah. I want to do a challenge too. Because, okay, I just said I listen to like El Alfa and like all this stuff. And I like Destiny said, she's like always like hyped with it, and like she goes with the vibes. And that's how I am too. Like, I could be doing homework and I'll be like, yeah, like, you
I'm
know,
a bad bitch.
Yeah, exactly. But then I started to listen to the lyrics, because I was challenged too. And then I was like, this is so inappropriate. Like, what is this, like, what am I even listening to? But I was just like, okay, I need to establish that, like, the lyrics I might not 100% like relate to, but I can vibe with it.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I don't idolize these people, and like for some people these lyrics mean like they're talking about their lives and they can like 100% validate it. But for me, that's not what it is. Like, it's just a vibe. Like, it's really inappropriate, and like if you like really go down to the lyrics, I'm like, oh my god, that's so mean. Like, it's just really bad. But for me, listening to the lyrics is kind of hard, because I'm like, how can I listen to this? Because it's talking about like kind of like putting down women, and like kind of hyping the men in the like rapping industry and like all this stuff. So for me, it was kind of like hard, and I'm kind of just like kind of second guessing myself with these lyrics, and I'm just like, can I be able to tell like the difference between like singing to them versus like feeling them, you know? Does that make sense?
No, yeah, it makes total sense. Damn, like that's so true, because most of the songs, both English and Spanish, I think a lot of males tend to put down women, and they call them like bitches and like hoes and all this, and it's like, I don't even realize it, but I'll be singing something and it's like, I'm like, what am I saying? Like,
yeah.
And it's just because like I like the beat, but I'm sure I could find another song that has a similar beat that's not talking about like all these, you know?
Yeah.
This is definitely a topic that I really talked about with Michelle, and it's just something that gets me like so angry because a lot of music artists tend to do that, and it's like, yeah, because they're just trying to put themselves at the top of the music chart like any way possible by saying any derogatory, demeaning, like terrible things, and they get popular off of it. And I think there should be better ways of making music. There are artists that could do the same thing in a different, better way.
Yeah, like I'm not putting that whole music industry down or anything.
Yeah.
I think it's just for myself. I think I really need to rethink some of the music that I be listening to.
It comes down to that, just.
And it just sucks because there's, like you said, like there's a lot of people who actually dedicate so much time. I'm not saying they don't dedicate so much time into those songs, But there's a lot of songs about like self-love and things like that that get overlooked because it's like, oh, that's not what's trending right now, or that's not what's popular. It's not a TikTok trend, you know?
And let's talk about challenge 3. Did anyone do challenge 3? Or was it just me?
I didn't do challenge.
I didn't do challenge 3.
I didn't
That
do
was
challenge
hard.
3.
Wait.
Okay, wait. What was challenge 3?
Yeah,
so they can know.
Let's repeat it. Yeah.
Challenge 3 was write a song about a relationship that happened to you in real life. Like, how it made you feel.
Okay, I didn't do challenge 3 because it was like really hard and it was very vulnerable. But then I was like, I haven't had a lot of experience in the dating world where I've been like still on like thinking about that past relationship type. Like I just got over it so quickly that I didn't like have feelings about it. So for me, like it was really hard. I'm like, these were high school relationships that like didn't mean much.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be about a specific relationship. It could be like your relationship with yourself or with your friends.
That's true.
So
I didn't think about it like that. I thought about like an
Me too.
intimate.
A relationship with somebody else.
Yeah.
So do you think it would be easier to write a song if it were like about you or your friends?
Yeah, I think now that you said that, I think I would have wrote a past friendship that like really hurt me and like I just couldn't believe we weren't friends anymore. So let me spill tea. So I had 2 best friends and one of them got jealous because she didn't go to my school. And then like I have known this girl and I've been to her house, have had my first sleepovers and all this stuff with her like that I've experienced, and like I would have definitely talked about how I felt like left behind because she also felt like, but we just didn't talk about it. So I would have talked about like no good communication, like just not understanding each other, and like we didn't meet our needs as a friend at all.
I feel like, well, because I'm currently going through this whole self journey because I went through a breakup and I'm still I'm going through it right now, I'm not gonna lie. And so I think it really puts like my self-worth at test because I realized that I relied so much on somebody else to show me how worthy I was. Like I was so dependent on them just saying like, oh, I love you and you're worth it, and like give me gifts and show me, because I didn't have that for myself. And so now that I don't have that, it's like I need to dig it up for me. So I feel like if I were to write a song, I'd probably write about like how I felt in the relationship, and then now that I'm broken up, like how it's affected me, as in like, I mean, I just keep telling myself like it's gonna get better, and like I know how much I'm worth. It's just like I can see it, but it's like far. Like it's like I have to reach it. I don't know if that's like if
You
it
can
makes
see
sense.
the light.
I can see the light, but it's a little far.
Yeah.
So probably like about this whole journey, I would probably get very like intimate with what I'm saying in the song.
It was really interesting doing these challenges. It was definitely a little bit difficult.
I think it's very hard, especially when it comes to like self. I feel like this would have been a lot easier if it said, find a song that talks about loving like your mom or your friend, and it's like, oh my god, this one.
Yeah. I think overall I had a really hard time because like she said, I don't normally typically do this for myself, and like I just listen to what the trends are or like what's popping. But doing this challenge was very like, oh damn, like maybe I should create a playlist about self-love, just to listen to it and like get a flow for the music. So I think it was very hard. Would I do this challenge again? Yes. And I don't know, maybe like see the comparison.
Yeah, this challenge really lets you be super vulnerable, and you have to be willing to do that. And even if you don't want to rewrite a song or something, at least pay attention to the lyrics and don't feel like you have to live up to the song and to the artist and whatever they're saying, because
That's a really good point.
You know, because I think we've all been there in our lives where we were like, I identify by this song. Like, I love this artist and everything that they stand for, like, good or bad.
So go watch the Love Potion video and stay tuned until the end to see the challenges. Come back here and see our experience, hear our experience, and maybe you guys can do the challenges too. No, you should. You should do the challenges.
And then you should also share them with us because we're sharing them with you guys. So you guys can either post a video on Instagram and tag us at Girls Pact, or you can join the Discord. We can drop all of the links. Or you can even comment below on this video and say, hey, me too. Yeah, find us. We're everywhere.
And we're also currently doing 28 days of self-love challenge on TikTok. So all 4 of us, so 3 of us and Michelle, are doing challenges for 28 days in a row. So you can't miss us. So follow us on TikTok at Girls Pact organization, right? And yeah, so see you guys next week. Bye.
I feel like I had so much more to say, but like
I wanted to go off.